What's good, YouTube? Um, I was requested. I just did a Tom video earlier today. Someone told me to do this Brandon Hart featuring Tom that dropped today. Space Trash. You know what that reminds me of? Is it Spaceballs? What's the movie where like they just like fucking like they like dump their trash receptacle into like all of space. I think Star Wars did that too, right? Where they had the trash compactor that they were like stuck in, and Chewie's going and shit. Anyways, if you're new to my channel, do me a favor, throw me a like, comment down below stuff that you want me to do. As you can see, I do it, do shit, um, and subscribe. I'll be 100% honest with you. I don't know anything about Brandon Hart, so sorry, Brandon Hart fans. I'm not caught up. I'm about to be, so hopefully I can get myself learn something today. Um, and before you do anything, go to their channels, Brandon Hart's channel, Tom MacDonald's channel. Go support the artists, throw them likes, subscribe to their channels. Anything that I mean, I know obviously a decent amount about Tom. Anything that he collabs on is going to be fire. Anybody he chooses to collab with is going to spit fire also. So I'm stoked. Space trash. Space trash. There's a lot of trash in space, but there's a lot of space to fill. I mean, there's just if we sent all of our trash to space, we couldn't even scrape the surface of. No one would know. No one would know. Let's get in. Hold on, my audio is not doing very hot here. 1 second. I'm gonna pump up the jam. Shut your mouth. Oh,
What if the big one came and turned the clocks back? I bet we leave some pretty good space trash. Whole thing gone in a minute flat. No more stop.
Did you say what if the big one came and turned the clocks back?
What if the big one came and turned the clocks back? I bet we leave some pretty good space trash.
The big one came and turned the clocks back. If he's referring to the Almighty, came and reset time, we leave a footprint. I guess is what he's trying to say there.
What if the big one came and turned the clocks back? I bet we leave some pretty good space trash. Whole thing gone in a minute flat. No more Starbucks, no more big bags, no more strip malls, just a black hole. No more.
So it's already he's speaking on like the the garbage that human. By the way, if you're new to my channel, I stop. If you want to, I'll link the original below if you want to watch this the whole way through, which I suggest you do anyways. If you're already here, you probably already have. But I try to follow lyrics, and I'm just gonna stop it as I see fit. If you don't like that, I'm sorry. He's speaking on sort of the actual footprint humankind will leave behind. No more Starbucks, no more strip malls is what he said. Just the things that we've created that not just damaging to our planet could potentially end up damaging others as well. We'll see where this world takes us. His voice, he's got a cool rasp to it. Does he do I don't know, again, nothing about it. Does he do like he's got like a gritty like almost kind of a country vibe type feel. I could be way wrong, but it's got a cool rasp to it. I like it.
I bet we leave some pretty good space trash. Whole thing gone in a minute flat.
Doom from above. What could it be? If you read that line on the TV there, so the headline, Doom from above. So something's coming. Is it something that's outer worldly or something that's our worldly that came back to bite us in the ass?
No more Starbucks, no more big bags, no more strip malls, just a black hole. No more blue rock that we call home. No more governments, no more politics, no more fake news, no more argument. Oh!
No more government, no more fake. I'm sorry, he was just gonna get into his thing there. No more, because the beat just dropped and he started to yell. So no more fake news, no more government. It's funny where because Tom's always that's directly in Tom's lane is singing about that shit. It's funny that Tom like was screaming, like turned and screamed right, like almost like that triggered him. Like, all right, I'm gonna get involved in this now.
No more governments, no more politics, no more fake news, no more arguing. Oh, whoa, whoa, we looked up, and my God, what have we done? We wasted the best thing we ever had on division and made up facts. When it's gone, we don't get it back. Be remembered on how we act. Space trash.
So when it's gone, it's gone. Everything that we had, all the good things that we had, all the good times that we had, everything, and it's depicting that. And he's talking about we're fucking ourselves. And I might have been wrong about the country. He's got more. It's when he dove into that, it was kind of more rock and roll, but the two can kind of intertwine nowadays, especially.
Get it back. Be remembered on how we act. Space trash. What if the big one came and turned the clocks back? I bet we'd do anything to stop that. Whole world strong, we try to fight back. We probably do a little more than a hashtag.
The whole world's strong trying to fight back. He's talking about, what if we're put in a position where we all have to come together, because it's not happening right now, but we have to fight back against something, whatever's coming, whatever this doom is that was referenced on television, whatever's coming. If we have to band together, put aside our differences, and he's saying, no more hashtags, no more, we're now, it's kind of saying no more dicking around. We got shit to take care of. We got to get together on it.
Whole world strong, we try to fight back. We probably do a little more than a hashtag. How about we get the best from our planet, send a group to the moon to diffuse all the panic and the.
And another thing he says there, no more hashtags, is like, that's our way of solving problems, right? Is if a school gets shot, and I'm just using this as an example. If a school gets shot up, it's like you'll make a post about it, and it's like hashtag so sad, hashtag prayers with Phoenix Country Middle School, hashtag, and it's not helping anything really in fighting back against something like a doomsday event where it's like, all right, no hashtag's gonna fix this.
Whole world strong, we try to fight back. We probably do a little more than a hashtag. How about we get the best from our planet, send a group to the moon to diffuse all the panic and the views of the truth until we don't understand it. How about we do a little more than we're actually planning? It's just a bunch of scrap metal that we kill each other for. And you
Bunch of scrap metal that we kill each other for. True.
bunch of scrap metal that we kill each other for. And your new styrofoam won't matter anymore. Oh, whoa, whoa, we looked up, and my God, what have we done? We wasted the best thing we ever had on division and made up facts. When it's gone, we don't get it back. Be remembered on how we act. Space trash.
I like that. I like the title of this. Space trash. That's cool. That's a cool way, an interesting way to depict kind of, or to, I guess, to label kind of what he's talking about. It's just space trash. It's and it's you notice how they're in like it's like everybody's sort of neighborhood they grew up in, right? It's kind of like you've got diverse groups of people coming out of their homes. I think my Google was just talking to me. I didn't say her name at all. That's really strange. Fuck. Did y'all hear that? I got weird ghosts going on. Doomsday shit coming. Anyways, train of thought completely derailed.
Don't get it back. Be remembered on how we act. Space trash.
Oh, the families, diverse families, the homes, nice little cul-de-sac. Anyways.
Space trash. When it's gone, we don't get it back. Only thing I know for sure is that tomorrow isn't promised. Yesterday's forgotten. Tomorrow could be a coffin. It could start out with a coffin.
Only thing I know for sure is that tomorrow's never promised.
That tomorrow isn't promised. Yesterday's forgotten. Tomorrow could be a coffin.
Yesterday's forgotten. Tomorrow could be a coffin. True. We never know what's going to happen. I mean, we could be blown out of the sky one day. Who fucking knows, right? I mean, and even here on this planet, you never know what's going to happen. Something might happen to me tomorrow. The next day, who knows?
It could start out with a coffin spread all over the continent, or be bombs that they drop and they trying to profit from politics. Stop and acknowledge it. Talk before we run out of oxygen. We were all put here to love, but we've been doing the opposite. Tell our kids it's...
See, this is Tom's lane. Okay, this is perfect for his verses coming in here.
With the coffin spread all over the continent, or be bombs that they drop and they trying to profit from politics. Stop.
The bombs that they drop, they trying to profit from politics, right? So government has their hands on, we may be, the politicians may be acting like and hyper angry at and, banning against countries for use of weapons that, we have people, that we have political figures whose names are literally on the sale of those, of the parts that went into making those items. So that's kind of goes back to that, but because it's all for money, right? It's a cash grab. That's what everything's run on. So
the coffin spread all over the continent, or be bombs that they drop and they trying to profit from politics. Stop and acknowledge it. Talk before we run out of oxygen. We were all put here to love.
Stop and acknowledge and talk before we run out of oxygen, right? So before we all die, we should sort of like look in the mirror, figure it out. But it's good that they, continue to bring light on that stuff. It's easy to say one of those like easier said than done things, but it's great that he especially, that these artists have platforms to be able to speak to this stuff as independents, and you can't really filter them. And it's knowledge that is, it's stuff that, and especially with Tom, I don't know about Brandon again, but with just diving into headfirst topics that are somewhat taboo, just not commonplace to discuss with average everyday people as you're walking around. So it kind of gets swept under the rug, but he'll stand on a stage and fucking yell it. So it's great that, and he's got a ton of people listening. So controversy, this type of speech thrives off controversy. So it's always great that he can do that.
Forgotten. Tomorrow could be a coffin. It could start out with a coffin spread all over the continent, or be bombs that they drop and they trying to profit from politics. Stop and acknowledge it. Talk before we run out of oxygen. We were all put here to love, but we've been doing the opposite. Tell our kids it's a comet. We know damn well it's a rocket, and we got...
We're all here to love, but we've been doing the opposite, right? It's plain English. That's facts. A lot of hate out there. And tell our kids it's a comet, but we know it's a rocket. So that's where it starts, right? It starts at home with, and Brandon had brought up fake news earlier. So it starts with, I mean, even in a family setting, it starts with being told things to protect your children. You're protecting them, and that's just a metaphor. He's not saying that you're specifically, some people might telling somebody that a comet, it's a rocket is a comet. Rockets aren't common occurrences flying over me. And we'll just, I don't really, it's a comet, but he's using that as a metaphor for masking, everyday problems or, everyday concerns or things that should be alarming with fluff and glitter, right? And that's what the media does. That's what your parents will do. People around you, just a lot of the times it's to make themselves, it's like the self-fulfilling prophecy, right? You tell yourself something so many times, you start to believe it, right? So if I tell myself, or if I say something so many times to my kids, I don't have kids, or to somebody else, I might start believing it too, right? And that's how your mind gets a little hazy with what's actually happening around you. Instead of just sitting back and listening, you're talking and you're sort of making up shit to protect others, but what you're really doing is poisoning your own self.
All put here to love, but we've been doing the opposite. Tell our kids it's a comet. We know damn well it's a rocket, and we got nowhere to go. We can't escape on a rocket ship, and everybody's different, but we're all made of bones. We tear each other apart when we need each other the most. We'll find out what we have in common when the whole world explodes. And
so Yeah, what he's just saying there is ultimately we're all the same, but with the division that we've created for ourselves, we like to think that we're not. But we're all made of bones, so when the whole world explodes, um, my bones scattered about are going to look exactly the same as your guys' bones scattered about,
Each other apart when we need each other the most.
regardless of your skin color, regardless of who you are, what you've done, whatever. We all look the same dead.
Find out what we have in common when the whole world explodes. And nobody's right or wrong, because we'll all just be ghosts.
Exactly.
Oh, whoa, whoa, we looked up. And my God, what have we done? We wasted the best thing we ever had on division and made up facts. When it's gone, we don't get it back. Be remembered on how we act. Space trash. Space trash.
Now there's just mad rockets flying overhead. It's kind of like a scene out of fucking Independence Day or something, right? It's just like, oh, don't worry about it. It's they're not aliens. It's a light show. Come outside and watch the light show. They're just putting on a little show for us because we're all gonna fucking die anyways. So might as well pretty it up. Yeah, Walt Disney sent this over.
When it's gone, we don't get it back. Space trash. Space trash. When it's gone, we don't get it back.
Brandon, well done. Nova, well done. Christian, well done. Jared, well done. Um, cool. Thanks for the rec. That was fire. That was super fire. No, I like that a lot. It's I can see. I don't know how they kind of came together on this. Have they done other songs? Let me know in the comments together, or I can probably just look it up. I'm being fucking lazy. Um, but it goes really well because you have him rocking out, and kind of developing a story, and then it's like half the song before Tom even really makes a vocal appearance, right? I mean, he's visually in the song, but then you have him kind of slide in with just the underlying sort of narrative of his the truth, and his version, his take on the meaning. I would bet he wrote his part of this, um, behind what Brandon's saying, so it goes perfectly together. Super cool though, super cool. I'm gonna listen to it again. Hopefully I caught most of it. I don't know. Probably missed some stuff because I just heard it. And no, Brandon's got a cool sound though. It's I first thought country because of the rasp, but then he's got a rocker sound for sure. He could do country though. I don't know if again, don't know a whole lot about him, so I could be right. Y'all might tell me he sings opera, and this is just he just decided to do this for Tom. I have no fucking idea. Anyways, if you like, comment down below, subscribe. Pew pew pew. And have a wonderful weekend. And I said this on my other video, but I'll say it again because I'll take all the love in the world. Wish me good luck on my surgery. I got a surgery on Tuesday on my eyeball. There could be complications because I've already had surgery on that eyeball. So it's kind of like, fuck. It's like it didn't learn the first time. So thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars later, we'll see if I get my vision. I can't see out of this eye, by the way. I can see that there's light going on and movement, but I can't read or see shit. I probably shouldn't be driving. But yeah. So that's Tuesday. Wish me luck. And have a great weekend. We out.